I wanted to see what you'd do. And you didn't disappoint. You let 5 people die. Then you let Dent take your place. Even to a guy like me, that's cold. Hello my friends and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris and I'm the Batman statue collector, and here we go. Here is the Joker right here that started so much controversy when it comes to Prime 1 Studio. Now this is the figure, this is the head sculpt that we got from Prime 1 Studio in Blitzway earlier this year. I still think it's absolutely incredible. I love it. I think they did a phenomenal job with the sculpt. But some of you out there absolutely hated this one. And so Prime 1 listened. They said, hey, we are going to offer you a separate bust for around the $300 price point, which I think is incredibly fair. And that way it would appease some collectors. That way, if you wanted to go back and get the statue itself, you could, because maybe you had a new head sculpt that you liked better. Well, I now have that incredible sculpt in hand. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in for the live unboxing. That was a lot of fun. Again, I was very, very nervous because I had seen a whole bunch of bad photos. And the same thing happened to this guy. You cannot really appreciate this until you see it in hand. And there's a lot of other collectors that will testify to that. If it looks pretty good to you on camera, it looks a million times better in person because of the way the paint application was done. And the same thing with the bust. I saw a lot of really bad initial photos, which again, we always get here on the channel, we get in the community, really bad photos. And even the photos that I posted are not doing it justice. So now I have the full review for you guys today. The bust from Prime 1 Studio in Blitzway. Let's get to it. So of course we have the Joker, and this is the way I've had him displayed for quite some time, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Now I do have a light on him, but the actual statue is phenomenal. But again, not everybody liked the portrait. So this right here is what we got from Prime 1 Studio. So again, this is the bust, and this is the alternate portrait. Okay, very, very similar. In terms of paint application, in terms of what you're going to get, although the expression obviously is quite different. You also get this great display base, which is really fun, so that's what we'll kind of focus on at the beginning here. As you can see, it's got the Joker logo, which is great. It's got these kind of matte blacks, but then also some really shiny black on the top. This is very, very heavy. This is very, very weighty. I don't know if weighty is a real word, but anyway, it does come with the extra card, which is cool. Again, it's kind of a plastic card, just like the original one, but that does fit right down there in that slot, which is great. It also is a different card. I pointed this out for the live unboxing. It's a different card than what you get with the figure. So that's great as well, because both of these were in fact used in the movie, which is great. Again, that just slips right down there in that slot. So really great. As you spin it around, you're going to notice some really great detail. You have some nice rebar effect. You have kind of this Batcave stone right there, which is great. Some detailing there, as you can see. Again, they didn't need to do that, but that was really nice. You also, of course, have this great lettering, the white Batman ha ha ha, which looks good. And then, of course, the back of the hair. Now, guys, this is sculpted. There are some real hairs in there, but this is sculpted. It is some of the best sculpted hair I've ever seen, and it looks like rooted hair. That is what has been so impressive. Now, I believe that Blitzway heads uses a PVC material, and that is how they were able to achieve that. But it looks so incredible in person. Of course, the actual bust itself has all of these ha-ha-has with the white. You can see the tie there. And then that then goes into the red ha-ha-has with the black. It just looks really, really good. Again, it's got that black and red effect, and it really separates out from the rest of the base. So you have this great base. It doesn't take away from it. It just adds, it offers some differentiation there, some variety. But again, what we're really looking for here is that portrait. Is this Heath Ledger? Let's look. Is it Heath Ledger? I think it's absolutely there. I feel like he doesn't capture as well on camera. He looks better in person, just like the original. Is this as good as the prototype? I'm going to say no. The paint on the prototype was phenomenal. This is very, very, very impressive, but it is not the prototype. And we shouldn't expect the prototype. We really shouldn't. But I'm very impressed. Again, it looks way better in person. Could the paint be a little bit better? Yes. Could the lip color be a little darker? Sure. It does appear a little shiny on camera, just like this one does. When you have a light shining on it, you get that light effect under the eyes. But under normal lighting conditions, you don't have that glare. Okay, you just don't. You can see the skin underneath, which is great. So it really looks like applied makeup. It's layered. I did notice this on the live show that it does look a little bit heavier in the paint on this bust than the original did. You have great makeup around the eyes. Again, very, very detailed, which looks great. Again, you have that great hair with, again, the real, and you can kind of pose this. So if you kind of want to mess with it, which I'm going to have to, because this is just out of the box. But again, that is basically what you're getting with this bust from top to bottom. Now, of course, I'm going to show you the bust on the actual statue itself, this new portrait, so you can see if you like this one better. Most of the people in the chat the other night really liked this one better. Some people feel like it's more fitting with the laughing portrait or the smirking portrait, the way he's posed. So again, it really just kind of depends on what scene or what look you're going for. This is definitely a more serious look. Another thing that I did notice, I'm going to take this off here. Another thing that I did notice is there is no, now easier said than done if I can get this off with one hand. This is obviously going in the blooper reel. All right, so 5 minutes later, no, it's actually pretty easy to get off, but doing it while you're filming is not always easy. This has no movable eye like the other one does. So you basically just get that straight on portrait look. Okay. It does key in very, very easily. Again, it's a little hard to get out with one hand, but again, it just keys right in there like that. I am going to come up here and kind of show you these kind of side by side here, so you can kind of see what you're getting in terms of the two different portraits. So again, they're both very, very good. And again, I apologize, I'm probably blocking some of the light a little bit, but you know, which one do you like better? Which one do you like better? Again, that just is really, really incredible. Give you kind of a difference here on some different lights. So there you can kind of see it with a little bit even brighter light. Could the paint be a little bit better? Maybe. But I mean, there's no question who this is. And I feel like they captured him really just about from every single angle. You know, I mean, even like that, look at that. It's like, hit me, you know, then that looks exactly like that. It's very, very impressive. Again, you have that great skin texture. It's so good. All right, so I'm going to put him on the figure now and show you what that looks like, and then also put the smiling portrait in the bust so you can see what that looks like. All right, so here we go with the bust head on the body itself. Look at that, guys. I mean, it's crazy, right? It's just so good. Again, that absolutely gives you Heath Ledger. Again, I haven't played around with the hair at all, but again, I don't really feel like I really need to, really. Again, just to give you some kind of different angles of what he looks like with that particular pose and head. Again, the light shining on him is going to wash him out a little bit, so he does look better in person. It definitely gives you a more serious take, for sure, than the smiling portrait. But I do feel like the smiling portrait, maybe just for me personally, works a little bit better on the figure. But regardless, I'm going to be keeping this and putting it side by side so we can have both portraits. And again, I'm going to kind of pan down here and show you what that portrait looks like on the bust. So again, it looks great on the bust as well. You know, you get that great look, and it fits perfectly. I mean, it's designed to do that. And then, of course, then you have Why So Serious right there. Very, very cool. Look at that. It just looks so good. It looks so good. So again, you're getting an incredible value, guys. If you buy this bust for $300, it's just insane. And then if you have both the figure, you get basically 2 portraits this way. Should Prime 1, yes, I know what you're saying. Should Prime 1 have just done 2 portraits? 100%. I think they messed that up. But they did, they definitely gave something back to the fans by, they could have not done a second portrait, but they did. So this way you get the statue you want. Yes, you had to spend a little bit more money for it, but it is what it is. We can complain all we want, but at the end of the day, I bought both of these. I'm really happy with both of them. I think they both look great on the actual figure itself. The statue is phenomenal. The tailoring, do not hesitate on this one, guys. I feel like a lot of people are going to miss out, and I do feel like this is the best 3rd scale on the market. I love my Queen Studios as well, but I just feel like this one offers a bit more now, especially with the 2 portraits and this great display bust as well. Really, really awesome. All right, guys, I want to give you my final thoughts now, but hopefully that gave you a pretty good idea of what you're getting with this statue and bust from Prime 1 Studio. So there you have it. What do you guys think about this incredible new bust? Again, here it is right here. It is awesome. It does really complement this statue really, really nicely. Of course, the great thing is if you just like this particular bust and you don't want to get the actual statue, you don't have to. You have the option at around the $300 price point. Again, it's a really, really good deal. And I think it absolutely adds a Heath Ledger component to your collection if you don't want to add the whole thing. But if you do, I highly recommend it because then you can swap it out. You can actually have whatever version of the Joker you want. Not everybody likes this one. I still love it, but this one also is very, very well done. So again, this is going to be up right now. It is going to be shipping any day at Sideshow, so I will put the link down below in the description if you are interested in ordering. It does help support the channel, so thank you for that. And again, this is so cool. I really, really recommend it. It's heavy, it is worth the value, and it is definitely, it's Heath Ledger. It absolutely is, and believe me, again, guys, it looks way better in person than it does on camera. So if you think it looks good in this review, I absolutely think you're going to love it in person. But again, I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Are you going to be ordering this because of this review? I always like to hear that, so thank you guys so very much. If you are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click that notification bell. You guys know the drill by now. And if you want to take it one step further, hit that join button down below for early access to our videos and other perks. And again, just thank you guys so very much. It's so awesome to have another Joker piece in my collection. It will definitely not be the last here on this channel, but it's just, again, a very, very cool piece from Prime 1 Studio and Blitzway. Definitely have to give them credit as well. But again, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. My father was a drinker and a fiend. One day he comes all home crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.